Like ChatGPT was one of the fastest downloaded apps. I think it hit 1 million in a day in terms of downloads.
Yeah, sure.
And before anyone could know it, kids in school are using it. Even like human resource managers are using it to handle issues.
Yeah, sure. So if you are to explain the situation we're in right now, we're in a tech lock. You have America and China.
Yeah.
They are more interested in innovation and scaling. But in this framework, you have innovation, you have safety, and you have public interest.
Yeah.
So both of those are not so much interested in public safety or in public interest.
Welcome back to the Age of Algorithms. It's good to have you back. For those of you joining us again, part 2 or episode 2, we are here with Brian Momuza, the CEO of Mazu, and Patrick Lubwama, the CEO of OCA. On the last episode, you alluded to the fact that you had written this book over a course of 2 years. And it's a comprehensive guideline, as the people can see, on artificial intelligence development, deployment, use, and governance. So just as a brief background for those new people who are joining us, you had 15 years in legal experience in corporate law. And then this thing called AI, artificial intelligence, was launched maybe 2 to 3 years ago. And you went deep, studied it. And could you just give us a background on what inspired you to come up with the book?
Okay, thank you for that question. Just to correct you a bit, Brian, AI didn't start like 3 years ago. AI actually started, as far as I remember, I used to play chess way back. And I used to play with a computer. So computers that play games, literally like chess, are trained on an algorithm and they learn.
Yeah.
And that's AI. So that's many years ago. I can't count. So AI has been here. And that's one of the fundamental misunderstandings that people do not realize what AI is. They don't know when they are using AI, or if they are using AI, or if AI is just around them. So it's been here. It's been here for as far as I remember. But to go to the main question on what inspired my authorship of the book. I was seeing gaps everywhere. And I was seeing a certain level of illiteracy when it comes to AI. And I just didn't want to write just another book on chat GPT. My real purpose for writing the book was to bridge the gaps that I have seen, but mainly AI literacy is for people to know what AI is and what it's not, and for people to understand the whole ecosystem, of artificial intelligence, the environments of artificial intelligence, and its substance, how it's regulated, risks, frameworks, and lots of things. So the book is 500 pages of literacy, really, for people out there to understand. And it's written for all sorts of audiences. Excuse me. For educationists, for policymakers, governments, teachers, financial institutions, name it. It covers everything you can think of every aspect, every sector you can think of. And some of the frameworks that are in there are cut across throughout several sectors. So it's a very interesting book. And why I said literacy was my main motivation, because, I mean, where do you go without knowledge? Where do you go without knowledge? So, and this is the right time. So I didn't think there is a better time to write a book about artificial intelligence, especially on the development, on the deployment, on the use and governance of artificial intelligence. And it's actually a course book. It's a course book that could majorly be very important for universities, colleges, and schools to train students on so many aspects to do with artificial intelligence. We don't have reference books, and we have to write them ourselves.
True.
So from my knowledge that I have amassed from various jurisdictions, from the USA, from Europe, and from Africa, I have had an understanding, and I think the book will be, people who read it will find it very interesting.
Man, I would be one of those people to even be thankful. First of all, to just stand corrected that AI was here in gaming, in texting.
It happens. It's fine.
I think what I was referring to was when ChatGPT was launched and when agentic models in terms of like chatbots that you could...
Oh, you mean the tools?
Yeah, like
basically the tools. Yes, the tools have had some recent timelines in terms of their development and deployment on the market. So yeah, it's easy actually to acknowledge that some of these AI tools are very recent. Yeah,
but otherwise AI has been with us for a long time. I think I remember from predictive texting, you'd be writing a text and it completes a sentence, and that was all machine learning.
Automator.
Exactly, using data sets to understand you. So AI has been with us. And this book would be good for like students, young people who are now in, say, primary school, and they get homework from their teachers, and they can prompt ChatGPT to just give them the answer. And that is something that we've talked about, using information and using this artificial intelligence or technology without understanding its origin. So it's good that there's a book like this, and we thank you. We thank you for that, taking the time of the 2 years. So with the rise of AI agents, I mean, and now we're talking about post-ChatGPT, we're talking about things like Claude and Claude Bot, and like all these agents that can now automate your workflow. And the biggest fear right now being job replacement, right? With these agents. Where do you stand? Are you an AI pessimist, or are you an AI optimist that jobs will be replaced or more jobs will be created? For example, lawyers in your field. Do you think AI agents will replace you?
Brian, I don't think AI will replace me if I understand AI right from the processes, the risks, mention it. AI will replace not only lawyers, but people who do not want to learn or understand what AI is. It will definitely replace them. Versus those who understand it, who understand the ethics of its development, the accountability, the transparency requirements, and all the requirements that come with this phenomenon called AI. So it's about really engaging and understanding and knowing where opportunities lie when it comes to AI, because there are opportunities that come with knowledge and understanding AI governance, and so if you know where opportunities lie concerning AI, then it will not be easy to be replaced.
I like that.
Because, listen, Brad, here's the thing. If a client was to engage a lawyer, and I've actually been talking about this.
Yeah.
People should have a choice of choosing whether they want a human lawyer or they want an AI agent to represent them, and that is going to come with the advancement of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And I believe people should have a choice on legal representation. For example, much as people choose human lawyers, I think for lack of choice, because it's human lawyers that exist at the moment.
It's traditional.
But with the advancement of technology, we are going to have agent lawyers, AI driven.
Yeah.
And people should have that choice. People should have that choice.
Yeah, I like that. That actually brings you right smack bang in the middle as not a pessimist, not an optimist, but a realist. And technology is inevitable. I like to equate it to when I'm speaking to my creative friends and I have a very strong pushback on using AI. I use the allegory of fire. When Zinjanthropus or Neanderthals were walking about 13 million years ago, and another tribe discovered fire, started smelting iron, making weapons out of it, they had a choice. And we're Homo sapiens, we're here right now because our ancestors made the choice.
Yeah, sure.
To harness that technology.
It's interesting to go back there.
Yeah.
It's interesting to go back there because technology began way back.
Exactly.
Way back. If you want to go into the prologue of AI,
I would like that, please.
It's a very long discussion.
People should buy the book.
It's for another day. Brian.
People should buy the book. I think it's covered.
But it's a very interesting prologue if you want to go way back into the African contributions towards artificial intelligence and its history. Black scientists all over the world who have contributed to the advancement of technology, and very interesting stuff. Diving deep into the history. Did you know that the traffic lights were invented by a black person?
I did not know that.
Blacks. So there's a lot of history when it comes to technology with black people, which I'm so proud of. It's actually one of my inspirations coming up with a book.
And I can't wait to get into those things like Professor Blackwell, who was one of the forefathers of AI. But I think at this point, we'll just take a small break and come back. Patrick, we've talked about a lot of things, both on camera, off camera. Like I said earlier, you're the head of legal at Mazu. So there are times when, we're having just coffee and you spill a little bit of secrets about the book. I appreciate that. I also have a small confession to make on camera. I even don't know how I'm going to get away with this. But with the book Verso, because I didn't have access to the whole book, I ran it through Google Notebook LM, and I managed to get a few of the chapters summarized for me.
I hope it was safe. I hope it's not going to be training data for.
I hope it's not as well. Like now I've learned, and I like I said, it's a confession. May I be forgiven?
I should be worried.
I should be worried.
That's okay.
Okay. So the things that jumped out from the notebook LM, for me as well in our conversations, were the frameworks. The frameworks, things you came up with in terms of like how AI should be governed. And the three of them that really stand out to me, the TechLock framework, the governance geometry framework, and the permissible innovation framework.
There is more, Brian. There is more frameworks. Book has about 15 frameworks. But well, it's your choice.
There's a lot to learn. I'm going to be one of the first people to download that book when it goes on the site. Buy that book. So
thank you.
Could you just, for those who don't know, may have really heard a bit about them, but for the majority of our audience, could you just give us a little bit about the TechLock, the governance geometry, and the permissible innovation frameworks?
TechLock. So, well, to start with, I came up with some of these frameworks so to enable people to understand the actual application and the feel and to enjoy how to utilize some of this AI technology.
Gotcha.
And to get benefit and value. So TechLock is a theory that's basically about the speed at which technology is advancing
and adopted.
Yes. And when you have that speed of advancement and adoption, and so much people are interested, there's so much innovation going on, everything is happening at a terrible speed. Everyone is using these tools and all that.
Yeah.
The enjoyment, excitement around it is too much. And the speed at which these tools are produced every minute, every hour almost, I can tell you, there is something new. There's something advancing in artificial intelligence. And so that's the speed. There are about 3 things that must happen for you to have this TechLock. In other words, to get locked in.
Understood.
And that's the first one, the speed which all this technology is advancing.
Too many features coming out
Absolutely.
every day.
And then after that, then the pressure to adopt.
Yeah. Okay.
And some people are busy engaging themselves with these technologies, and others want to adopt, and others want to join in, and before you know it, it's one person, it's 2 people, it's a whole community, it's the entire company. And the pressure to adopt pops in, with all these advancements and attractions, and the fear to be left behind.
Exactly.
Okay.
Adapt or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's now the pressure. And then the third element of the TechLock is the inability to pause. So you have had the feel of these technologies, you've had the pressure, and now you cannot go back. You can't get out. The company has been using this technology for quite some time.
Yeah.
And everything is running by this technology. I mean it's
company policy is changing to adopt it.
You can't go back. So you can't pause.
Now you're stuck. You're in. You're locked. Yes.
So when those 3 things happen, then that's TechLock
framework. Exactly. Like ChatGPT was one of the fastest downloaded apps. I think it hit 1 million in a day in terms of downloads.
Yeah, sure.
And before anyone could know it, kids in school are using it. Even like human resource managers are using it to handle issues.
Yeah, sure. So if you are to explain the situation we're in right now, we're in a TechLock. we're in a tech lock and people are locked in institutions, in countries, developers, all sorts, depending on how you want to say it. But we are in tech lock. And then when it comes to the AI governance geometry framework, it's a very interesting framework that I thought about. Well, I'm not a mathematician. I don't like mathematics, but
I mean, you're a lawyer.
Yeah, but geometry is in relation with. You remember the circles we used to draw, like
Venn diagrams.
You have like Venn diagrams.
Exactly.
So you have 3 circles. Locked up together.
Then you have the intersection points.
So you have the intersection points, and then right in the middle there, in the middle of 3 circles separate, one here, one there, and then one down here.
Yes.
So right in the middle there is that point which is shared by all the 3 circles.
Yeah.
Which is the equilibrium, right?
Yeah.
So
the intersection.
That point.
Yeah.
The intersection.
Yeah.
So that shape of the Venn diagram actually interested me a lot, and I came up with a framework that by coincidence was about 3 things. So you have 3 things still to come up with this framework. So the 3 things are: 1, you have safety.
Yes.
On one side.
One circle.
And then you have innovation in the other.
Another circle.
And then you have public interest.
In the third.
In the other.
Yeah.
So the geometry is complete if you have all those 3. Now, the value of this framework is in the intersection. Is in finding the balance of all the 3.
Public safety.
Now, the challenge in this framework, and how I want people to learn and understand this framework, is that you don't have a choice to choose 1 or 2. You have to find the balance on how you can create technology that is safe while you leave room for innovation, but while you're also considering public interest.
So it's not a weighing scale of one or the other. It's an equilibrium of all 3.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the more important, I mean, look, it depends on where you are, in the jurisdiction where you are. But this framework can cut across all the jurisdictions, because safety, innovation, and public interest, if you have those 3, you have a massive
perfect equilibrium. I remember you were telling me about it. If you proceed with just innovation, then you're like the Americas and Chinas. You're moving very fast. And what happens there, people are having their data stolen, actors are having their image rights being used. And if you go the side of public safety, then you're ignoring innovation and you're moving slower. So other markets are going to surpass you. You're going to lose market share. I remember you told me about this, but people should read about this in the book. That's the best way to get more in-depth knowledge.
I'll give you an example, Brian. Yes. Real quick. So you have America and China.
Yeah.
They are more interested in innovation.
Yeah.
And scaling. But in this framework, you have innovation, you have safety, and you have public interest.
Yeah.
So both of those are not so much interested in public safety or in public interest.
Yeah.
They're more interested in innovation, mostly in the US.
Scale and speed.
Mostly in the US. But there's a problem with that. I'll give you an example of 3 cities. Okay. So you have 3 cities. You have a city called Accelera, which I'll give an example of America, because they are thinking in Accelera city, you're thinking about the speed, the acceleration, innovation only.
How do we beat China?
You want productivity, you just want things to get done quickly, and everything is okay, Money is coming in, you're saving time, you're accelerating at a good speed. So that city, Accelera, is not worried about safety, is not worried about public interest. It's not even considering those. But remember, what I didn't say is that in these 3 cities, Accelera, Bastion, and Equilibria,
those are the 3
cities.
Yes.
They have the same level of technology. They have the same resources. They have the same labor. They have everything is the same. And after 20 years, guess what happens? After 20 years, they have the same AI tools, they have the same technology, they have the same skilled labor, resources, and mention it.
Yeah.
But those 3 cities, what separates them now is what I'm going to explain. So Accelera was interested in innovation. And what happened to them after 20 years? They didn't think about safety. They didn't think about public interest. And so what happened, things started falling apart.
Data is being stolen.
Data started getting stolen. Researchers started disappearing for public interest issues.
Data centers are being built over land that should
be... sure. So many things that fell apart. And so the speed wasn't enough.
It wasn't a good factor to go with. Speed is not
to help the city. And so now you go to Bastion. So Bastion, the city called Bastion, learns from the mistakes that happened in Accelera. So now Bastion said, no, we will not repeat what mistakes happened in Accelera. So they said, we will do innovation, but we will also do safety. So people in Bastion, they went slow on things. And now that's Europe. So they went slow on things. They were very careful with what tools were being produced, what tools were out there. They did research, and it was the safest city, and everything was going on well. Okay, everything was going on well, but they forgot public interest as well. So what happened with Bastion,
after 2 decades, you come back, they're focused on this too.
So permissible innovation is basically the law, what the law permits.
Got you.
What the culture permits, what research permits.
Got you.
What regulation permits.
Like, for example,
what a court decision permits. So it's basically about the cultures and the law, what the environment permits for that particular jurisdiction. And that is what I mean by permissible innovation.
Okay.
It's contextual, for sure. Like, for example, in the aviation industry, I can illustrate, even the smallest, so because this is how the aviation industry is run, even the smallest of incidents is properly investigated, researched, and the reports are made. And so they have to make sure that they fix either through a new regulation or a new piece of legislation or an amendment, or they create a new practice in order not to repeat
that mistake.
Understood. Okay. So then that is how. So it's like a feedback loop.
Good.
So then that now becomes the permissible norm. So that's what the permissible innovation principle. That's how it comes about.
Could I just ask a small follow-up question? Does that also cover things like the church? Because I've been told AI has guidelines around going into things like the Vatican and finding out things like deep religious questions. Is that in any way related, or according to the frameworks, that's outside of the scope of the framework?
I don't think that is, because as long as there's nothing to innovate, I don't think. I think that's in another dimension.
It's in another
probably
dimension.
Maybe discovery or something like in that area, but that wouldn't fall into the innovation realm.
Okay. Yeah. So innovation would be things like innovating about, say, for example, military or
if you're coming
research.
up with anything with an innovative idea, so you have to go by what's permissible, what has been researched,
what's legal.
If you're coming up with an innovation, and so it has to follow that criteria of what's permitted by law, or by the regulation, or the culture of that society. There are things that are invented in Europe or elsewhere, and they shouldn't just be welcome or adopted the way they are in other jurisdictions, like in Africa. So we would not permit certain technologies just the way they are.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. So permissible innovation, it comes into play. So you can apply it where you feel certain technologies are not welcome in your society.
Got you. Would let's say an example like human trafficking, for example, that is not permissible innovation. You can't come up with an app that can cover such
Absolutely.
a thing. Got you. For the viewers who are like me, a bit taking their time, they use the bastion theory.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. I would like to now just move on to like 2 quick questions before we wrap. And one would be, let me start again. Thank you for that. And then I was just trying to wrap up this amazing episode with 2 quick questions, fire around. You could just give us quick answers if you want. If a regulator read The Age of Algorithms, Tumbude, cover to cover, what's the one thing you'd want them to walk away rethinking? For the people listening and watching, they can find more about these frameworks by getting the book on Amazon and also getting the core edition on low-tech.io, I believe. So for these next questions, I'm just going to ask you a quick round, and you could just kind of like take your time, or you could just answer straight off the bat. So Patrick, I'm sure you've worked with a bunch of organizations and institutions over the years. And this question is really geared towards those, right? In your experience working with these organizations on AI governance, what's the single most common mistake you come across?
I think institutions have been adopting AI tools without considering governance issues. AI has never been about the technology. It's about the governance of technology.
Thank you, Patrick. It's been a pleasure talking to you about everything AI governance.
Welcome.
And I hope our audience, viewers, listeners can subscribe to get more episodes like this. We will have more information for them in the more episodes to come.
There's a lot more coming.
And if they want to buy the book, they can go and find it on Amazon and our website. Catch you on the next one. It's been Brian and Patrick for for the age of algorithms?